Welcome back. In our last video, we explored lighting techniques in Unreal Engine 5.4. Today, we're going to see how much GPT-4o can help us create better art in Unreal Engine. I made one key change from our previous setup. I added an HDRI Backdrop. If you want to follow along, here's how to do it. Go to Edit, Plugin, and activate HDRI Backdrop. Restart the editor. Add an HDRI backdrop from the Place Actor panel, adjust the size and position, change the cube map to your desired texture. The HDRI backdrop includes a skylight, so tweak those values and remove your existing skylight. You can also place your directional light under the HDRI backdrop to ensure it rotates with the HDRI. Let's add two details panel on the left and right of the viewport. Click on the directional light and lock the first panel. Click on the post process and lock the second panel. Take a screenshot, save it, and open chatgpt.com. I'm gonna say hi, which is not needed. I made a scene in Unreal Engine. I want to improve the post-process and lighting settings. Can you help me if I send a screenshot including these settings? Wow, the answer is very well detailed, but it missed a few key points. First, it suggested changing the threshold of the bloom, which does not work with the convolution method. Second, my directional light intensity was already at 10, but it suggested increasing it to 3 if the scene is too dark. And third, in the general tips, enable and adjust the ambient occlusion. Alright, ambient occlusion doesn't work like that in UE5 with lumen enabled. Anyway, let's try these suggestions and see the results. Change the bloom method to a standard. Intensity should be 1 and the threshold 0.5. Min EV100 minus 1, max 1. Set chromatic aberration around 0.2. It actually looks pretty good. This scene is too bright. Turns out an intensity of 3 makes sense here. GPT-4o gave us a correct value, but it couldn't predict if it becomes too bright or too dark. The result is good, but I want more. Next, I asked GPT-4o about improving the ground material, and here's what happened. There are some suggestions for the wetness. Wetness amount, puddles and pools, vertex painting, dynamic wetness. Consider adding dynamic wetness effects based on gameplay or environment factors like rainfall or tides. It's a good suggestion. Some of the suggestions are good, but let's see how my material works here. As you can see, the ground is wet near the water, and as I move the water, the wet areas move accordingly. If I wanted to paint on the landscape or the vertices, whenever I move the water or change the environment, I have to repaint many areas. You may even want to move the water level in the gameplay at runtime. If you want to learn how to make such material, the next video is for you. Alright, in the next step, search for a rocky beach image, give it to GPT-4o as a reference, and ask, how can I achieve this look? The suggestions are detailed, but Unreal Engine doesn't support temperature adjustments for shadows, midtones, and highlights. Let's reply this part. We don't have these parameters. There is only one global temperature in Unreal Engine. Alright. As you can see, the answer is different now. Let's do what it says and see the results. To convert these values, you can divide them by 255. This is the result after applying the changes. As you can see, we're getting closer, but still far enough to be rejected. Let's take another screenshot and ask GPT-4o for further feedback. As you can see, the AI recognized some mistakes and is giving us a revised answer, which you'll see is not good again. I think GPT-4o can provide some ideas, but the final artistic touch is up to you. In this case, I had to change the sky, get rid of dark shadows, change the saturation to get the feeling of the reference image. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks.